are you feeling right now?
Feels kind of hopeless right now. We're going to our first therapy and we're arguing about our son, James. So I'm pissed. When I get in therapy, I'm already angry.
How are you, Tice?
Well, thank you.
Good. Come on in. How are you, William?
Good.
Come on in, have a seat.
Nice to meet you.
I felt nervous. Women can't understand what a man goes through. So I had my apprehensions about possibly getting man bashed.
Thais, how do you see the problem? What's the reason that you all are here today?
The biggest problem is I'm not in love with him.
So for 9 years, you haven't loved him at all?
It's a friendship love. We sleep in separate rooms. We've not had sex in probably going on a year. And my main reason for getting married at the time was that I want a father for my son, a good father. I would have never got married if I known it was gonna turn out like this.
What are you feeling now?
It feels kind of hopeless right now.
William, how do you see the problem?
I personally am tired of being made to be Godzilla in every situation. What she failed to tell you was that she's the one that kicked me out the bed when it came to sexual relationship. She refused to be with me, where a point where I just stopped asking.
Thais, you're sad. What is that about?
We were in a heated discussion coming over. I'm still very upset about that.
Can you tell me about it?
When it gets on the subject of my son, that's where the conversation really goes bad.
The son seems to be the scapegoat for the poor communication between the two of you all.
I'm with Thais because I love her. And I just want to get to a point where we can be together. I hope she sees that by me going through this shows that I am committed to her and James. I wouldn't do this otherwise.
This is a process. It's not going to all be resolved today.
I'm terrified because I don't know where we're going to end up. However, if you don't know what's bothering you mentally, you can never fix what's physically wrong with you. If we're gonna stay together, DrJoyce, then I need to learn how to be able to accept him, good or bad, or not. Now, if I can't get past it, then I'm gonna have to go my own way.
When you find yourselves this bickering and back and forth, do you find yourself eating more?
I do.
Okay.
I go to food and television, that's what I do, and close myself off. I've put on, just in this past year, at least 30 pounds.
Have you been affected also, William, by eating?
I found myself eating more sweets.
Yeah, he hides them in his room.
So if we are taking in sort of hoarding food, and that's one of the areas that you all seem to be control of. And Thais, if I can't get out my mouth what I need to get out, then I'll put something else in order to be able to control that area. Does that make sense?
I always thought the problem was something else, but I can see what you're saying right now.
Instead of talking about your emotions, talking about what you're going through, you're using food to cover up what's really going on. I'd like for you all to look at what can I do and what am I willing to do in order to salvage this relationship, okay? Now we need to deal with the reason that you all are still stuck in this place. Do you really want to be together with each other?
Yeah, I want to be together. That's why we're here.
And Thais, I remember last session you said that you weren't for sure what you wanted.
Right.
Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm dealing with a rejection issue here. She won't admit this, but she kicked me out the bed.
Bump that. Now you getting what you want. You know how to push my buttons. Fine. You want to say I kicked you out the bed and all that? Bump it. If it's easier for you to say that than deal with William, you reject yourself, man. You're like the biggest diaper wearer I know. You sitting up here like you innocent, like you ain't did nothing. I'm angry. Don't you sit up there like I'm the bad person and all this. I'm tired of taking the heavy for everybody. I'm sick of that. Nobody is gonna hurt me anymore. I'm tired of getting hurt.
Well, so am I.
I think by her going off on him like that, she could no longer fit in the victim's role. And you know what? I believe that it's gonna make a difference.
What you want to do?
I want to resolve it.
But for the first time in your life, probably do what you need to do, the right thing for you, your son, and for William.
I'm done.
You're not happy in our marriage. We got a lot of talking to do. I'm scared.
To me, that last therapy with DrJoyce was rock bottom. I'm angry! Don't you sit up there like I'm the bad person!
Yeah, I felt attacked, and I didn't like it.
I'm tired of taking it heavy for everybody. So when we came out of that last therapy, we got like the shock treatment of our lives.
Perhaps we don't relate well to each other because we don't relate well to ourselves.
I'm scared to be without you.
My future is to be with you. If you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's back up.